Dear Lindsay, 13 years ago, you and Lexi received $100 bills for your birthday. Me, Parker, and Zach made it a game of stealing those $100 bills and having you chase us around the house and claw us to death with your nails when you caught up to us. But eventually, everybody got sick of that game. Everybody got mad at us and told us to stop. But I wasn't going to let it stop. I wasn't going to let it stop. I was walking through the kitchen, and I happened to notice that you had left your $100 bill right on the kitchen table. What did you expect me to do? Leave it there? Unguarded? Unobserved? No. I seized my opportunity. So I took it, stuck it in my pocket, thinking that somebody obviously was going to notice. But nobody noticed. The night wore on. Not a soul noticed the missing $100 bill. I went and played video games with Zach and Parker, and everybody went to bed. Through the night, I forgot that I had taken this $100 bill. When morning came, you guys were going to go shopping, and everybody starts freaking out. Where's the $100 bill? Where's the $100 bill? I don't know. Where did you last put it? I don't know. It was on the kitchen table. Now it's not there anymore. So you know what they did? They took us each one by one, and they interrogated us. They're like, did you take the $100 bill? Did you? Did you? What about you? But because I had completely forgotten, it was completely out of my mind, I had totally spaced that I ever took your $100 bill. I was the best liar in history. Didn't know where it was. I really didn't. So, Mom gave you another $100 bill, and you guys blamed it on gnomes or something. Later that day, while you guys were all out shopping, I happened to put my hand in my pocket and discovered this $100 bill. And all the memories came flooding back to me. I knew I was a dead man. Keeping the $100 bill was out of the question. I could not keep the $100 because every 9-year-old with a brain stem knows that stolen money is cursed money. Okay, I'd probably get eaten by the mummy or something for all I knew. So I had 3 options. Option 1, I could come forward with the truth. Give it to Mom. Look, here, I took it, forgot that I had it, I'm sorry. But she would never buy that. There's no way I'm telling the truth. I would get skinned alive. No way. Option 2, I could sneak into your bedroom and I could slip the $100 bill on your table or into your drawer or something. Maybe you would think that you passed by it somehow. No, it's way too obvious. Nobody would ever fall for that. So it left me with only one option. I went into the basement and I grabbed one of those plastic Pokeballs that we had. Because let's be honest, what better place to hide your most valuable treasures? I mean, really. I placed the $100 bill safely inside. I wrapped protective covering of Scotch tape all around the Pokeball. And I went out into the backyard, right there between where the slide was in the corner of the playhouse and the fence, and I buried it with my shame. There it remains to this day. I was going to make you a film documentary of this story, and I was going to go and exhume it from the earth, redeem myself. But yesterday, after Haley's wedding, I came home and I went to the house. I went there, okay? It was super awkward and I was super scared because I was going to talk to them and get permission to dig in their backyard. The people who live there now, by the way. We don't live there anymore. People who live there now. I went to the old house, okay? And I was going to ask permission to dig in the backyard. It didn't look like anybody was home. And there were lots of kids playing in the streets. And I felt really creepy, kind of like walking back and forth, eyeing the house. I was like, does anybody live there? Is anybody there right now? Are the lights on? Are the windows open? I don't know. I'm pretty sure I looked like a rapist or something. I finally got enough courage to go. I started walking towards the door, and right as I start going up the driveway, the car freaking pulls in right behind me. I panicked, and I veered off. pretending like I was just passing by. But I didn't want to walk too far because I realized that I was going to have to talk to them in a minute if I ever was going to carry this out. So I decided to stop. Maybe they would get out of the car and I could talk to them then. So I stopped in front of the house and I waited for them to get out of the car. They never did. They opened up the garage door and they pulled inside. So I was like, well, what do I do now? So I started making my way up the driveway. As I did so, I could see the front door open and I hear the screen door fly open. And this angry woman comes out. She's like, blah, blah, blah. Why are you in front of my house hanging out? What are you doing out here in the streets? And remember, there's like lots of kids playing in the streets. I'm pretty sure she thought that I was going to kidnap somebody. So I laughed and I tried to smooth things over. And I was like, look, Anyway, I told her the story that I just relayed a minute ago. I told her the whole story. And by the end of it, she was laughing. She's like, yeah, you guys can totally come over. Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, you can. Everything's copacetic. She gave me her number, okay, and I got her name. Her name is Tammy, by the way. Look at this. So she gave me her number, and I was gonna text her today, but then she says, like, I texted her, got everything set up, set everything ready. I was with Anthony and Spencer. They were gonna help me out. Got shovels, got gloves, headlamps if necessary. I texted her and asked if we were still good, and she says, it's not going to work, sorry. My husband said it's not back there. We've been digging up and planting, tilling the dirt back there, and there's no way it is still there. It's not going to work. It all sounds a bit fishy as well. Please don't bother us again. Excuse me? This woman has the guff, the gall, the brass to tell me that my story is fishy? Excuse me, you want to talk about fishy? Let's talk about you for a second, Tammy, huh? What exactly do you want me digging up back there? Why do you have like 3 massive man-eating canine monsters guarding your gate? What exactly do you have buried that you don't want me to find? You know what? That's it. I bet the dad is really just like this, or her husband is really just this murderer. They probably killed the entire family of the people who lived there before them. So they probably killed the whole family that was living there and they buried them right where the Pokeball was. And she forgot. And then the husband reminded her, like, are you crazy? You're going to let them dig up our corpses? That's probably exactly how it went. So that happened. So I totally tried. Want proof. Look, this is Tammy. That's her. Her name's Tammy. She lives there now. She's a wench. That's my story, Lindsay. So I didn't forget your birthday. In fact, I put a lot of work into trying to get you this awesome birthday present video of unearthing this 13-year-old cursed treasure. But didn't happen. I'm very upset. I hope you know, Lindsay, that I love you. And that I miss you. And I hope you had a happy, wonderful birthday. And I'm sorry that I took your $100 bills all those years ago. Your $100 bill. One bill. 13 years ago. I'm sorry. Happy birthday. Love you.